Greetings, everybody in Dallas, Texas, and whoever gets this video. Seems like everybody's talking about the situation going on in Dallas with Wanda and Sally, whatever. Now it's time for me to, I've been gone from Dallas for 2 years now. I came here right after Harvey, uh, and I left because it was just time for me to move on. But it's time for me to say what I have to say. I appreciate Ashanti, and I appreciate Shamar's videos, even though Shamar said that I didn't want him coming over to Havana's, but we're going to talk about that. That's the past, and I'll get on that later. But I'm going to tell everybody this situation about Sally and Wanda. But let me tell you something I've been holding on to for years. And let me tell y'all something. If I cry, I'm not crying because I'm a weak person. I'm gonna try not to curse, and I'm gonna try not to get too personal because I'm really over it, and I've moved on with my life. And so let me just say this. First of all, the flyers that we're putting out, it's not shade at Wanda. There was an opportunity that came up. I told Clint no, but he really needed me. He's my friend, been my friends for years. I told him I would help him out. So it's no shade to Wanda. It's no shade to anybody. There's no shade to anybody. And if anybody know what I've been doing, most people that don't know what I've been doing, it's probably because they've been blocked from my page. And once a person screw me or get over on me, I don't need them on my page to see anything I got going on. They can find out from somebody else. For those who do not know, I'm in the process of retiring from doing drag. It may take a while, but I'm eventually going to get there. So, and Dallas was one of the next places that I wanted to go to. I tried to do it at Havana's, but I never could get it off the ground. So when this came up with Clint, it was perfect. Now, it says on the flyer that it's a one night only, but I'm going to help Clint until he can get somebody else to fill in or until he can get off the ground. Okay. The situation that happened with Sally, and I'm like Shamar, I was very upset that happened to Sally. Everybody knows that she's never on time because of her situation, and she doesn't have a car. It's different. And then she lives way, I believe, in North Dallas. And when Sally used to do Havana's, I always gave her extra room, to be a little late or whatever. I would never ever send Sally home. I would never send her home because I know the things that she was going through. I was the first one to help Sally to get to where she is now. She'll tell you. Back at the old raps clubs back in the days, I used to tell Sally, girl, you're going to be good on the show. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do. And sometimes we would stand in line, and I would get the number for Sally. We pick numbers, and if I got a better number than Sally, or like if I got it toward the end of the show, I would switch with her and give her my number, or I would teach her how to. It was certain little tricks we would do so she could be real toward the end of the show. But she came out to be one of the best entertainers ever. And again, this show that we're doing on Sundays, first of all, it's not my show. I'm just the MC. It's Clint's show, and it's no shade show. It's just a show. And so let's talk about Wanda. I really been holding this in. Y'all, I've been holding this in, but I'm going to tell y'all some stuff, and this is no tea. This is truth. And I guess tea is truth, but this is no rumors. It's no alleged. These are the things that happened between me and Wanda. And Wanda, just like Shamar said, I don't have the big salt thing that Shamar had, but I got this right here. And you've been throwing salt for me for a long time. Let me tell y'all what happened between me and Wanda. Years ago, when the Metro had closed, Wanda was working at JR's. And I was doing the Wanda show every Sunday. We was leaving there we worked for tips. We was leaving there with $100, $200, sometimes $300 a Sunday. Packed. Cleaning up. So it came a time for Gay Pride Weekend, Black Pride Weekend. I look up, I'm not on the show. I said, Wanda, why I'm not on the show? It's my show. I run it the way I want to. So I can be on the show every week. But when it come time to Black Pride weekend, which you wasn't even in the, you're not even considered really being in the black gay community. Lady PT is the black gay community. I was at the Metro, out of drag and in drag. When I first started at the Metro in 92, 93, 94, whatever, I was hosting as a male. And then I got the job to be in drag. So to disrespect me like that really hurt me, y'all. And I didn't speak to Wanda. I don't know, it might have been a year. It might have been 2 years. And I kept reaching out to her, and she, just like Shamar said, when he go into the club and she got an attitude, and Shamar, she was like that back then. She was mad at me like, why would you do this to me? I'm there for you every week. You don't pay me. I wasn't even really about the money because I was cleaning up on tips. But the fact that I'm there for you every week, and then all of a sudden for this big event, I'm not worthy of performing at Station 4? Is it because I was good? Or what? So we didn't speak for a long time. So we finally started speaking again. Moving forward. For those who don't know the story how Wanda ended up at Havana's, I'm fixing to tell y'all right now. 2008, I got a hair up my ass and I was ready to move to Atlanta. And at the time, Eddie needed a Thursday night MC and he needed a Sunday night MC. And I said, Shamar. He gave the job to Shamar on Thursdays because he was the most qualified person. And then he said, well, I need a Sunday show. I think I even suggested Shamar do Sundays, but he didn't want, I guess, the same MC on Sundays or whatever. I don't know. So I said, well, and at the time, Wanda was heading out the door. She was gone from JR's. And last I remember, if I remember correctly, she was actually moving back home to East Texas. So my boss was like, I need an MC. And I said, well, and I believe I seen Wanda on the streets. And when I seen Wanda, I said, hey, why don't you come over here? And next thing you know, boom, 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 she got the job. Okay, let's move forward. I moved to Atlanta, I come back. When I come back to Atlanta, I'm on the Wanda show. And it lasted for a while. It was cute. It lasted for a while, and then finally, all of a sudden, I was feeling like I wasn't welcome. I was feeling like only to do one number. And you would think that a person like me who gave you a job when you didn't have a job should be allowed to do 2 numbers every Sunday. But no, not me. I wasn't allowed to do, I think she was just doing that just to get it going and then eventually go back to her old ways of not really wanting me on her show. It got to the point to where there would be some days that I would do her show and she would read me the whole time while she's on the mic. And for those who don't know this, when you talk about a person when they performing, it affects their tips. It's disrespectful. When you go to the Station 4 and you go to these white clubs, you don't hear these white girls disrespecting these girls while they're performing. They're building them up. And I never could understand why Wanda why was she, that's not, first of all, that's not comedy. No, when you have these big comedians, like when you watch Tiffany Haddish, She Ready, did you see them reading each other? No, you did not. When you saw the Kings of Comedy, did you see them reading each other? No, matter of fact, they was building each other up. As a matter of fact, when one made it, they all tried to pull each other up. So I could never understand why. So let's move forward. So I'm gonna tell you what really, really, really hurt my feelings. And I could not understand, even to this day, I do understand now, why Wanda did this to me. It was the Labor Day weekend. It might have been Gay Pride weekend. It was Gay Pride weekend because she goes to Station 4 to do the Gay Pride show over there. So, and I'm not going to throw anybody else in this because they don't have nothing to do with this. But instead of letting me MC, I was there. Instead of letting me MC, she would choose to use one of her friends, who's not an MC, Just for the few hours that she was at Station 4, for me to come over there and MC she would not even let me MC the show. And I said, what the hell have I done to you besides give you this job for you not to let me MC this show? And this ain't no tea, this ain't no alleged, this really happened. Let's move forward. So it got to the point to where I never did the Sunday night shows anymore. I only did the Thursday show. And like Shamar said, and I've always said, we got to pull it. The last time I was at Marty's and I performed for Ashanti's birthday party, and I told Ashanti I don't want to even do the damn show because I don't really do Wanda like that. She did me wrong, and I'm gonna tell you what she did to me at Tequila. Let's move forward. So it got to the point to where on Havana's I only was selling the shots and doing my Thursday show. She would let everybody do their show on Sundays but me. And then if she let me perform, it was only one number. And then when I performed, she cut my song off. Do you realize that if someone gave me a job, how grateful I would be to them when I didn't have a job and when it was let go? I don't know if she was fired, let go, I don't know. But she didn't have a job and I gave her the job at Havana's. Well, I referred her to my boss and my boss gave her the job. And unfortunately, my boss didn't have enough balls to get in the middle of this and be like, hey, I understand just your show, Wanda, but PT is the one that gave you your job. And that pissed me off too, because before she got there, I had Thursdays and I had Sundays. Let's move forward. So we lost Havana's and we go over to Tequila's. Okay, she had her Sundays. It was one Sunday I was performing, and of course, it really wasn't that many people there. The Sundays were never the same, and especially after we left Havana's, they had never really ever been the same. And the only time a Sunday would be packed at Tequila's was if it was a holiday weekend for us to show. They just didn't go to the show. And I was performing one Sunday, and I was called everything but a child of God, bitch hoe, sorry motherfucker, get off the stage. Don't nobody want to see that. And to this day, I don't understand why she done that to me. That was one of those moments that you will make you go in your car and pull something out and hurt somebody. To disrespect you like that. And this is why the youth don't respect the older people, because of the way we treat each other. And yes, Shamar, I'm a senior citizen. I'm blessed. And one day you're going to be a senior citizen too. It's a blessing to be in my 58 to be exact, soon to be 59, going on 60. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. So I stopped doing her show. Okay, let's move forward. I had told the owner of Tequila's, I'm ready to move forward. I don't want to do no more shows. I want you guys at least give me the respect and let me have a thank you PT show, not a farewell show, because I've left Dallas once before when I moved to Atlanta. I didn't want a farewell show. I was going to stay there in Dallas. All I wanted was, I'm retiring from doing the shows here. Tequila's, I was ready to move on because I had already got the tea that I was going to be replaced. I was told, no, you're going to be good. You ain't going nowhere. You a legend. I already had got the tea. All right. So the night that I performed, thank God for Sophia. Sophia had told me, no, you're going to do this show. You're going to do this show. And nobody going to know you coming. You're going to be there. The night that I came, and Sophia called my name, y'all, this is a true story. She said, y'all give up for my special guest. I think Streets knew I was there, and a few other people know I went through the back way. She said, give it up for the Lady PT. And the people, my fans, went up. I looked to my right. There was two people. I ain't going to name the other person. But Wanda, everybody tipped me. Not everybody, but the majority of the people tipped me except Wanda. Right there, then I knew that she had something against me. For what? I don't know. I've never done nothing to her. Nothing. I've never done anything to Wanda. And from that moment on, I remember even one night when somebody was on the mic, they were saying, oh, we got a special announcement for y'all. We can't give you the tea right now. Something going down next Thursday. She knew what it was. and her partner knew who the person she be with. I don't want to say their name. They knew who it was. They knew that Sophia was coming in. You know, eventually Sophia got mad about it because she was like, "Why didn't you tell PT I was coming?" Whoop de whoop de whoop. Anyway, that was one of the moments I'll never forget in my life when everybody tipped me. She just sit there and looked at me like, "Why is this bitch on the show? What have I done to you to make you feel the way you feel about me when I gave you a job, when I referred this job to you? What have I done to you?" Let's move forward. And Shamar, I love you to death. And maybe we need to sit down and talk. Since we're going to put it out there, let's just put it out there. Shamar, we got to sit down and talk. You know I love you. We've had our differences. But if I told somebody that I didn't want you coming over to a certain place, I don't know if it was after 1707 or it has been after 1707. And here's the reason why. Shamar, and this is something I wouldn't want to talk about too. I got to put it out there. It's no shade. It's no read. It's something that we need to talk about. And I'm going to put it out there so everybody can see it. Shamar, when I had 1707, that was my club. When you were no longer at the Brick, son, I reached out to you and I said, "Shamar, I want you to do this with me." Because Shamar's a fucking good MC, just like I am. And I said, "I want you to do this with me so we could do this together." Our first night at 1707, bitch, we had over 700-800 people in that bitch. It was packed. I don't really blame Shamar for this. That's why I said, Shamar, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk. We're going to talk like grown adults, and we're going to get this shit straight so we can move forward. I noticed that the second and the third week after we started 1707, I noticed that things began to change. Now, if this is me and Shamar's night, there should be no animosity about the bookings and who's over what. We in this together. But you know who I blame? I blame Martha. I don't really blame you, Shamar. I blame Martha because I went to Martha and I told Martha. She actually came to me. They came to Vanessa and said, "We want you to come start a Friday night." So I'm not really upset with you. You know why, Shamar? Because when you came back, you was on the show at Havana's. You did my show at it was my birthday show at the Improv Comedy Club. You came back from where you came from, and you did my show every Thursday. Even after all of this stuff, the 1707, I still poured out my heart to you because I'm a legend. I'm a senior citizen. That's what a senior citizen do. That's what a legend do. They try to rectify things. They try not to. But then again, you know, you don't let people run over you, and you don't let people use you over and over again. And again, I don't blame Shamar. I blame the bitch Martha who allowed it to happen because that was between me and her. Then again, I blame myself because I didn't have a contract. So Shamar, if you ever heard that I didn't want you over there because of that, it probably has something to do with the 1707. But I thought we had that squash. I thought that we had that good, especially after you had came back and you did, and then everybody was saying that, you know, and then people were disrespecting me at 1707, that I started this, telling me, "Oh, you ain't running nothing here. This ain't yours. This is Shamar's." That was very disrespectful of me. And even though you were gone, I still made sure you got your money. You know how many people wouldn't have done that? So many people would have not let you get your money. Shamar, you used to call me you used to say I'm your father. You used to say PT's my dad. You said it a lot of times. And I know a lot of times it's miscommunication. A lot of times people say stuff and make up stuff like Shamar said, you know, people put each other against each other, and stuff, and it happens. But I thought we've gotten above that. We've gone beyond that because, again, like I said, Shamar, I opened my heart out to you, man. I let you do my show on Thursdays. I let you do my show at the Improv, and there's some other stuff. Even after I was let go. By the way, I was let. Y'all don't know this. I was let go at Havana's as an MC, and they went through 5 MCs, and then they gave me the job back. By then, it was too late. Matter of fact, it was Shamar and me, I believe, and then after then, that was it. So I always want to say this. I always want to put it out there. I'm not being messy. I'm just telling the truth. And I'm telling Wanda, I don't know what I did to you. As a matter of fact, I haven't done nothing to you but been nice to you. And now it's coming down, and now you're seeing that all the things, like Shamar said, that you've been doing to people is coming back on you. The same God that you serve, we serve the same God. You got to do people right. And everybody in Dallas knows that I have treated everybody right. When you didn't pay the girls at Havana's, I had got a budget at Havana's. And the budget that I had, you know, and let's be real, certain clubs that, you know, they're going to, you know, those are not our people, you know, but I appreciate them giving us that opportunity. I worked for Eddie. I was his longest employee there. And I think a lot of people were jealous of me because we know it's just a lot of jealousy in the community because people wanted my position. And I thank God he didn't let nobody come and get my position. If there had been a black club, I hate to say it, besides Metro, I wouldn't have been employed at Havana's because too many people, and I think a lot of people just wanted to see me fall. They just wanted to see me fall because we just, and it's just like that in our community, and it needs to stop. Just like Shamar said, it's got to stop. We can't take this into 2020, y'all. I don't live in Dallas anymore, and no, I don't plan on coming back to Dallas. But I just want to tell everybody that I've been had this on my mind for a long time, and I put it on my YouTube channel for reasons. And I just wanted to tell everybody that I have no issues with nobody. I've given everybody a chance, from MCs to entertainers to, because I'm the longest standing queen, honey, that had a show in Dallas. I ran Thursday nights longer than anybody in Dallas, starting with the Metro. So I just want to tell everybody, Shamar, when you get a chance, I send you a friend request on Facebook, but I seen your video. Call me. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. And again, it might just be some miscommunication. You know, when you were gone away, ain't no telling what they told you. But I thought we had got above that. I thought we had moved on, especially after you came and you did my show and everything. Well, anyway, and then we talked at Havana's, but I mean, not Havana's, but we talked at Tequila's. But again, like I say, if I told somebody that I didn't want you over there, it was because of the miscommunication that happened at 1707, because that was my club and they took over. Martha let people take over something that I had. And I would never take over anybody else's club. I would never do that. I would never do it. So ain't no telling what she said. So I blame her more than anybody. So Shamar, when you get a chance, please call me or hit me up on Facebook. And no, this show is not to get back at anybody. I was offered to come down and MC. I live in Houston. I have a lease, and I don't plan on breaking my lease because y'all know ain't no club guaranteed to last a long time. And that's another thing. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And yeah, and ever since we lost Havana's, I've been mad at the community. I've been mad. I pretty much just been so mad. Sometimes I don't want to talk about it, but we had the best thing in Dallas. Y'all had the best thing on Maple at the Brick. But until we as black people stop fighting physically in the streets, at the club, we will never have nothing. 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 All right? I'm out, guys. I hope I did good. I didn't want to cuss. I don't want to be reading and all of that. I just want to tell y'all how I felt. And I love everybody, and I hope to see y'all Sunday. Bring your coins. Don't come broke. Bring your coins, and let's have a good time at Club Magnum, okay? I'll see you guys later.